Right. Funny enough, it does look like we're up on YouTube now. It only took us a wee second try to ensure audio's coming through. Right, we've got quite a bit to dig into tonight. First, let's get started with the usual. We'll start booting up on other services, then we'll start connecting to all the live chats that we can tonight. And then we're going to dive into some Google OAuth. Ran into an interesting error with the Google API's NPM package. And it didn't matter if I was in a node 19, 20, or 21. It was throwing an unresolvable error whenever I was trying to convert the OAuth 2 code into the tokens. So you get two tokens, you get an access token, which expires about once every hour, and then you get a refresh token, which you're supposed to use to generate that access token and keep up to date. And we didn't need that for most of the APIs that we'd had integrated so far. But when it actually comes to posting on like behalf of a user on YouTube, even though I was just hoping to do it under my YouTube account, it turns out that we needed to use OAuth. I was able to pull some temporary access tokens, so we're able to kind of write a YouTube bot tonight. A lot of live streamers use like Nightbot, but the whole point of this channel is to develop stuff on the go. And why would I do any different tonight? Right, let's get booted up here. Stop recording, stop sharing. Let's go pick tonight. Brilliant. Alright, let's get logged in. A lot of this, like the live stream has to be up in order to do a lot of the development that we're doing, a lot of the testing. Such as life. Right, we'll start with the easiest implementation here. We're just going to start with YouTube. Looks like that's active. Just for kicks and giggles, we will go ahead and connect to Twitch. First, we can connect to Discord. Easy one. Boom. That's active. That reminds me, so we'll also work on the bot for Discord. Now we have a whole suite of UI changes to work through. Grabbing the Twitch access token now. Boom, we're up. And we did see that the moderation, the AR mod that I implemented is working good because it was filtering out a lot of the crap coming from Twitch, namely spam. They have bots that go around and advertise services. And we don't need any of that nonsense. Let's jump right into it while this access token is fresh. We're going to test out if we can get if we can have Kynto not only respond to the live chat, right? That's how your avatars get created at the bottom of the screen. But we also want to see if we can post some commands up there on rotation. Yeah, let's hop into here. Post message to live chat. First, let's move this into a class that we can just keep it organized. Cheers for the like, buddy. Right, let's give this a quick test. Post message to live chat. We're gonna have to fetch live chat ID. We'll come down here and do that. Set all that up, it looks like. As we're kicking about tonight, we will do a little bit of refactoring. There's quite a bit of code debt built up. Let's get a camera here. Bloody dogs try to invade. Try to get some code done, dogs. Right, let's carry on, shall we? Before we test. Nothing went through to live chat, did it? Keynote expired. Could also be that the request for status code 4.1, so it looks like we have a bad path to invoke post on a live chat message. So let's go ahead and confirm that. From here, I might as well build Docker. Okay. What this expected, or might need both. It's just a reminder that live chat drives everything you see on screen here. That's the whole point of this stream, is coding this, add new features to it. Gonna have to clean up Docker soon. It's using close to 140 gigs of storage, most likely for a bunch of orphaned images. Right, spin up a minute. Start up the MongoDB container. It's quick. Server and local. There we go. Like what we have. So we need type, text message event, snippet dot text message details. Like that. Go ahead and see. Still post to a YouTube video, because I did set all that up and that worked. I tested that before I got on here. Could use the same access tokens. Oh, lovely mess of commenting out stuff.
DG Preston says in and out. Just stopped by to say hi.
I appreciate it. I hope you have a great one. Cheers for stopping by, man. Good to see you. Alright, yeah, it does look like that code expired. That's good. Let's go ahead and generate another. Let's see. How did I do that? I'm just kidding. Server should be oh, what's this? I'll black out the screen 1 second here. It's always good practice to have a button hooked up to blank out your screen when you're adjusting sensitive information. Oops, okay. Go ahead and generate another just for the heck of it. So I should just be able to trigger this. Let's see, I'm going to bounce in between showing you what's going on and hiding it. Right, so if you check this out, I set up an app for Kynto. So there's two things that are going to come out of this. First, being able to integrate more neatly with YouTube when it comes to the bot functionality in chat, and even uploading videos and stuff, so that's cool. But the second thing is you'll be able to log in with your YouTube account. So blackout screen 1 more second while I run through this. We're still in development of this. Good. Okay. What I need to do start this up again, but add some temporary logging. See, I did a good bit of coding tonight before I got on because I needed to make some progress here and see where we're at. It's not. Do a server here. Back. We execute. Oh, this OAuth 2 with Google is so finicky. That's why I had to build my own wrapper with AxiOS. It's getting strange proxy errors that shouldn't have been happening. Failed to exchange Toolkit. Oh, that can we? Trigger another authentication request. Spit all this out in one go, but and it did this time. Perfect. So we're going to grab this access token and we'll be back momentarily. Okay. Let's do that. Good. JS. All right, did a comment come through on YouTube? And it didn't. It said I got success. What's going on here? Oh, you know what it is? I think I'm passing the body video ID in. We'll bring our screen back then. Yeah, that was a problem. Bloody hell. Okay. We'll have it automatically fetch it instead of code that. It's nice. So one of the many functions you can call with just a standard API key for YouTube is basically all the read operations, but anything related to an account, you have to generate an OAuth token. But I assumed the server token would act on my account's behalf, but that's not the case. Right, get live video ID for channel. We await that, it's asynchronous. I think that looks good. Let's pass it in right here. Hopefully shorthand. We'll fire that back up. Dog keeps coming here and farting, its body's stinking. Interesting. So the token worked for literally one instance. I wonder if a literal single request is enough to burn the token. That's insane. That means we're gonna do some more implementation. I was kind of just hoping to test this real quick, but we're finding the walls here. Okay, you know what it is? It's because the account's not subscribed to my channel. So let's go ahead and do that. For security reasons, I'm separating out the bot account from the actual channel itself. Makes more sense. Alright, there we are. Subscribe. Execute that again.
CodeLoch dev, testing, says testing from YouTube.
Right, we'll go generate another key to be safe here. Assuming there's some madness. Probably makes most sense to just code the refresh logic. We have to do it ourselves. We might start there. Hey Rain, how are you doing? Rain. Oh, I'm not even calling the right bloody method here. Take a few minutes to get us going tonight, innit? Let's build status photo 1. Oh, we still need to fetch a live chat ID. Awesome. Ooh. Yes. I just want the key as well. Didn't need that to actually post a comment on a video though, so that's interesting. What are you guys coding? What are you interested in building?
Snappo says 1 new subscriber.
Here's for like. what I'll do is I'll just generate another bloody access token. I think that seems ridiculous. We can get it to post another column. That doesn't work. Aha, alright, that's a key situation. I need to find a long form video to test this on real quick. Debugging is a lot of deduction. We're just trying to juice, we're not running into off issues still. Okay, that did successfully post. Look at this. This is coming from our bot. First comment an hour ago. So that is working. However, what I want to have work is the live chat, and to make it easy to get the Discord to everyone. Some folks would just install Nightbot, and then they have to end up paying for the stuff they want. And I was just like, nope, I code it. Because we've done more complicated stuff already. Useless. (2016) not going to be incredibly relevant, but let's just see. Doesn't even have 401 listed as a possible value here. requires 2 scopes. Maybe we're missing one. Okay, no, at least one of the following. Hex, how are you doing? Getting beat over the head with a stick with Google's OAuth 2 tonight. Very, very fun. Oh, should be fine. I have to move on. for a moment. I think I want to wire up some logic in the Discord integration to contain the YouTube and Twitch live links, because we can pull those from other plugins. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is come in here and wire up a bot here first. It'd be easier. So I do need to have possibly a Kynto TTS system, not read out my bot messages. It's kind of a requirement for Discord, because you could end up with like an infinite loop. But we don't have that problem on this end. It would just actually read it out. But maybe it's helpful for, you know, the way these live streams work, people coming in and out, maybe they catch one where they learn some commands that they want to try it. Really caught up on this bloody YouTube situation. Make sure you check out Discord links to my profile channel, my channel profile, if you're interested in talking to other people that are coding or learning how to code and have a kind of interest in stuff like this, building little games, network things. This is an avatar chat controlled by multiple different live chats. You can check out the history of the channel. It's had kind of interesting results. It's part of the experiment as much as it's a code project. Some changes to commits and this chat height should be equal to the video controls on the left. I did convert this from a React class component to a functional component. So we lost some functionality there. Needs to be fixed. I think there's a resize observer somewhere in here. Yes, right here. Not here. What's it? So yeah. That wouldn't have been touched tonight. Could add a new function here. No, that wouldn't work in that instance. I'll do. Let's clean this up. It's an easy thing. We'll replace it with a wee table. It's going to contain some information for each of the live chat integrations. How many chats came through, how many have been read out. If there's any errors, stuff like that. Alright. Could always pop this into its own component, probably makes sense. Let's see. Oh, it's just a typical table. Got ya. Status. Number of comments. Error. Last reported error, we're going there. We have a last updated field, that would be good. Literally just T-body, TR, all that stuff. It's React Bootstrap's component, and literally it is. They just go in it's semantic HTML, but they style it for us. It's connected. Badge. Localize it. Isn't it connected? Yes, titles this up for us. It did. Number of comments we have one. Fine. I think we could get rid of all this junk. See what options there is for styling it. Got a border in there. Alright, so what that should do, when we come back, check out Discord, this big ugly section we all cleaned up with. Sorry, was it Twitch? It was Twitch. It should all be cleaned up. Oh, looks like it's already did it. Nice, hot reloading worked. That's good. Really very good. separate here. See how HR looks. Oh, we're on local, so it wouldn't show the status, but I should be able to pull my token and connect it here as well. Hey there, I'm not sure why. So we need to figure out why when people click the said hi on YouTube, it doesn't trigger the TTS system. It should do. Folks, make sure to ask any questions, or if you have any feature ideas for commands, let me know. I'm going to drop some in the chat. I was hoping to automate that tonight, but we're taking a break and actually accomplishing some things as opposed to let me suffer from OAuth 2 and Google's API explanations. So, alright, here we go. And right, so I was looking for my token. Right, I wonder if I create a new one if I want to validate my current connection. Oh, it's a good way to find out, isn't it? So, I'm sure most of you watching this, so I've not had much tonight, don't know what this is. It's an avatar chat. It's integrated to YouTube, Twitch, and Cody.Kick integration. However, that's a whole other explanation. As far as actually getting that production, it requires Puppeteer. And, I'd rather put it as a microservice if we're going to do that. So I don't blow up my container for the actual proper WebSocket server. It's got enough responsibilities and some where the chat implementation has not even been used to be risky to run. Start connection, cool, active, last updated. So we'll go post a comment to Twitch, see what it does.
Twitch_CodeLoch says 123 hello world.
Cool, let's update our panel here. There's also too much space in between all this stuff. That's because we have too much margin bottom. Extra small. Let's read it better. Oops. This is nice of it then. difference between input and form group. Just to a form label. It's also better for accessibility. I get beep a bit about that at work. We don't have to worry about that too much in Kynto. We're not an e-commerce site providing a service. It's built more of an app than anything. Version of, oh goodness. I see. Form.group, that was the difference between v4 bootstrap and v5 is separated out a bunch of their components, like made them children of their parent. So group belongs to forum, example, etc. Right, makes sense. I'm going to finish up what I was doing here with all these settings. Oops. That was specifically so we could get it to look nice up here. Let me see if Dylan's getting the live notifications. Docker already using up 16 gigs. Unsustainable. We're going to have to reinitialize our MongoDB on local. We also have had some requests for people to add some custom items to their live chat avatar. So I'm thinking I'm going to wrap up the pixel editor I created. I'm going to have to create a collection schema mongoose for this because I do want to persist it that way rather than just storing an image and then update an image. That way it's easier to edit and take copies and stuff. This a wee bit. Just relax, guys. I'm wondering if something's going on with chat. Typically we have some stuff going on.
Hope Thunza says, what does it take to be a game dev? I'm a newbie, I'm doing web dev.
Awesome. I think game dev will make you a better web developer, but if you're a web dev, you already have a head start. So if you're going to build games, I think you should target web, just because it's available on every device, and you're not limited to just 2D and web. You can go full 3D, you can do VR experiences, but where I think you should start is just with the canvas tag. And there's all sorts of wrappers for this. Like you build games, there's Phaser. Appreciate the like. Guys, make sure you subscribe as well. I'm up here every night coding and building my pet project, whether people see it or not. So Phaser is a recommendation. Basically, there's a lot to set up for you. It gives you a nice clean API to build your 2D games, and it does wrap WebGL as well, so you can actually write custom shaders. And then that's built on top of Pixie.js. That was originally what it broke off of. And I think Zynga Games or someone bought Pixie.js recently. And if you're going to go 3D, I'd recommend going with Free.js. Build awesome stuff with this. It's got a nice clean API. And I have the Quest free. So I'm really interested in getting in and doing some Free.js stuff on stream. The cool way with how I built Kynto is it's kind of layers. You've got React, you've got Canvas, you've got WebGL, and then you've got the WebSockets, WebRTC behind it that power it all. And when it comes to game dev, like those are the three places that I recommend you start at. And even Free.js, if you inspect this element, if it let me inspect, it should just be a canvas tag. And it's using WebGL for rendering. Yeah, look at this. Probably can't see, but if I zoom into the element, Mr. Web Dev, you'll see it's just a canvas tag. Canvas is like our modern day Flash player, in a sense. If you just Canvas is basically used to programmatically draw images, but you could do that 60 times a second and create incredibly cool things. So definitely recommend that. I think what I'm going to do actually is make a list of some links to some of these libraries that I recommend, because it's a pretty common question. But as I said, you've got a head up just because you're a web developer, and learning how to use Canvas and WebGL, you're going to be able to do all sorts of cool graphical things.
Okay man, thank you, you're a genius.
I appreciate that, but I don't think so. It's just I started coding when I was a kid, so I've got to see web develop. There was a time when there was no Canvas tag, there was no WebGL, there's no WebSockets, so you're spoiled for choice, buddy. I'm curious, you're a web developer, what do you work in already? Like, are you React, Vue? Are you building backends? What's your stack? Is Firefox. Oh.
I just started, I'm doing a full stack program, it's gonna take a year.
That's awesome. It's honestly pretty incredible how quickly you can go from never coding a thing in your life to being able to like code things, and code things that you want to code, and code things you're asked to code, right? Like a lot of people learn how to code so they can get a good job, which is completely understandable, but I think hobby development, especially if you want to become a professional programmer, having pet projects is going to just encourage you to keep learning, and it's addictive. You'll be constantly wanting to explore new things. Like you might say, hey, I want to build something in Unity, or I want to build it in Godot, and then you end up learning a new language because of it, a new platform, new set of APIs, and the sky's the limit once you pick up one language. All these functional languages and object-oriented languages, they all pretty much map to each other one-on-one. As far as like data set, like having basic arrays, booleans, strings, all that stuff, like, and then the functions you would use, such as getting the length of a string in C#, it's called count, but different words that do the same thing, and you can find that easy enough with Google. And now you guys have AI, which is nuts. I'm sure that speeds up the learning process, but be careful about over relying on AI. You want to be able to, if asked, be able to come in and set up a new React project, or set up an Express server node, without having to like use AI to like generate that boilerplate for you, generate your package JSON. Like you'll even see me just sit here and type things I could just copy and paste, because it's good to keep that muscle memory. What I'm going to do is grab a quick drink and I'll be right back. And if anyone has any other questions, please let me know, and feel free to play with the commands, and appreciate the subs tonight. It's been a little bit slow moving on the code front, but we're getting there. And just to note, guys, there is a Discord link. We're building up a nice little Discord community. If you click on my YouTube profile, you'll see it as the top link over there.
I'm using Angular.
Right, folks, let's see if our sub counter's working. Okay, you're using Angular. Very cool.
I will watch you videos for motivation when I can. Let me follow you on Discord.
Awesome. Yeah, and you can DM me on there anytime. You got any code questions? Feel free. And if you take a look at my channel, you'll see there's videos going back years. What makes a program? It's not like you just you'll be programming for a very long time once you pick it up. So yeah, you'll see that with my channel. We do need to find some better background music though. Sub counter test.
1 new subscriber.
You said 3. That's right, I don't think the YouTube API gives us sub count down to any less than increments of 10. So that means it only goes up at every 10 additional subscribers. Sanity check, I'm going to black out my screen for a second and regenerate another bloody key. Or we should just code the refresh logic, which might make more sense. Folks, make sure you subscribe. I'll be getting on it earlier tomorrow. I'm noticing I'm running against tiredness when it gets to about 3:30 in the morning. That's my fault, just for getting on too late. The regular audience that we've built up here on the channel tends to come on late as well, so I like having them on. Keeps me on my toes, and I usually get good ideas to code live, which I enjoy. Well, that's right. This reminds me, I've got to check my email, and there's actually a code review. There's 2 people that submitted some code for a code review. One of the projects was actually quite impressive. We might have to do a little segment on that tomorrow. It's out screen, I believe it is. Oh, that's not the one I want. Well, we could try it from this account. This doesn't give me a useful token, I don't know what will. Those folks learning web development, learning programming, they learn the value of ensuring your API keys are as secure as possible. It's one of the ways that projects you build can be exploited. It's by carelessly leaking keys, and obviously streaming increases that risk exponentially. That's why it's good to use test accounts and be aware that you're going to end up doing it. And by you, I mean me. Like if you've seen this key on my screen right now, it'll be fine. It's hooked up to a new Gmail account I created that's just going to post a live chat message on my channel. That's something to be aware of. Okay, so I've got that. It's not an access key issue because even when generating a new one, we're not able to fire a chat message into live chat. What is going on here? I hate how YouTube implemented their live chat API. Everything is a RESTful API, which is easy enough. You're learning how to implement web services and stuff. But when it comes to implement something with live chat where you want it to drive actions and separate app, oh my god. What I'd rather have, at the very least, would be like webhooks so they can actually call my API and populate with data. Ideally what they'd have is like a WebSocket setup. Some sort of pub sub pattern that we could easily tie into. So Discord and Twitch do exactly that, and it works beautifully smooth over there. That's why if you post on Twitch, you get an avatar on screen instantaneously. If you move your avatar around the screen using the commands to move your avatar, it's instant. But on YouTube there's a hold delay. I have that at about 5 seconds right now. We can actually kick that down. I do have some bit of logging up, and even with the 3-hour streams that I've been doing, we're not hitting the 10,000 cap on API requests per day. So I'm glad about that. There were some bugs early on when I was building out the YouTube integration that resulted in me burning through that very quickly. This 100% looks fine. That's fine, that's the YouTube comment. We know that works. This looks fine. Confirmed this was API. Confirmed these are expected parameters. We have a valid access token. We can post to YouTube comments with it. This is a header we're populating. The exact same thing we're doing up here for posting a comment, which went through successfully. First off, let's wrap this in a proper try-catch block. Oh, I didn't type catch. Sweet. I feel like I'm stumbling tonight. Okay. Again, still a 401. Right, dog, you need out. He keeps farting. Go put him outside so he can go do his business, you know, do the toilet, but he's immediately right back at the door, wants to get back inside, he just wants to crawl around my feet and fart. It actually cost me $1,500 this past weekend. My dog had heat stroke, or what I thought was heat stroke. It wasn't. He's a miniature English bulldog, which has a really bad snout, and people pay tons of money for dogs like that, but it was a rescue to me. But anyway, he scared the crap out of me. I'm driving him to the camp stream that happened this weekend. Go away! That happened this weekend. By the time we got there, it was panting so bad that they literally dropped everything and drove straight to the vet. 7 PM on a Saturday. So you can imagine that wasn't cheap.
Tim Tom joined Lock Lake.
That Walter up. What's he doing? Oh, he's been wanting to get on a stream, so that's another reason to come on earlier. Had a fun stream pretty early on in the YouTube chat build out where we played chess together. There was one person that came on and said that this is one of the coolest experiences I've had in a live chat. And we're both not very good at chess, and I was brand new to it, so it was quite entertaining. It's fun though. I coded a chess room actually. So that's another mini game we're going to finish, is the chess room, and then see if we can extend that into live chat, because I have a whole suite of commands. But I need to get by. I've got like blocks that if I don't get by it drives me crazy. This is one of them.
One new Christian Barrero says what's up? Here again.
Hey man, I appreciate you coming by. That's awesome. Remind me, did you make it on the Discord as well? So I'm gonna try a code mode Nightbot tonight. Ran into some issues with Google's OAuth API, which is required to do like actions on behalf of a user that you can't do with like a.
Ishimwe Kaven says yeah thanks.
Hey buddy, welcome. Oh. We gave Google's npm package a go, and it's not working for what we need tonight, so I ended up just implementing it myself, and we were able to get what we need, and we can post comments on videos, but we can't post live chats, and I need to be able to do that in order to make this bot work. So I'm gonna just be mindlessly try to get through it. See if the live counter works as well. Let's update.
Plus 60 new likes.
That should be 6 new likes, which is actually pretty good for tonight with how it's been. So that's still an issue. I have written down. But we do need to change the default room in Kynto, so when you create an account in here, I'm not happy with where it puts you. So let's boot up MongoDB Compass, which is kind of like a SQL workbench, but for MongoDB. Well, I do need to get around to build a UI for this, all the different server configuration settings. There's a ton of them. So 68 to be exact, but the one we're looking for is default room. So we're going to pick a new room now. S pin. We don't have them start in the stream room. Yes, but I'll disable it so people can enable their own streams in here. So no hijacking. People to stream in the room. No. Okay. Now with that done, what we're going to do is grab this room ID up here, part of the GET request. Now we can actually link people to the room you're in. One of the things I actually need to circle back on is so you can link them to the same tile area. So we're going to add a row and column to this GET request as well. Let's go in here, update default room. And then I have a command to refresh the settings cache. So I'm going to trigger that. We could actually add that to the stream deck. So I just have a button to do it. Would be cool. Alright, that's done. And I also created CodeLoch.com. Come back, do some more work, but that shouldn't be shown over there. Logins to dismiss it. The idea with this is we'll have one landing page to send people that want to keep track of the project. And if I'm live, it shows my YouTube video. And you also see my full screen. So for people on YouTube, if you actually want to see me like coding full screen, you can. It's just on Twitch right now. And I did do a poll in the Discord, and everyone voted to keep the YouTube streams as it is, even though they want to see more code. Because doing portrait streams on YouTube for a tiny channel like this one is the only way we get new avatars to spawn in. Like, no one's going to just stumble into a desktop stream. But, you know, in time maybe they will. And also we have a list of all the chat commands you can type. Like if you type wardrobe and you've spoken, it'll give you new clothing. And this is what I want to automate, getting into the YouTube chat info. And then we have links here. I actually have to add my second channel. I created a second channel. Let me go do that. We're going to move this into a collection in the back end so I can maintain it easier. Easy enough. So the second channel is more like life stuff. Going back to Scotland, fishing, diving, anything I do that want to share that isn't coding. I don't want to put this channel. Like YouTube's just started figuring out the right audience to send over here. Like a lot of the people that you hear engage with the chat now are like interested in this stuff. Before I'd get people to come in and like, I don't know, maybe they were just like 10 years old and it was the first channel they've ever seen, but it's a long time for the audience to start calibrating. And I called it Scottish salt. I think we should probably pop this into a collection now. I do have a nice generic object store that I could use for this. Kind of how like WordPress has like posts that they treat as objects. One of the things that stuck out to me in WordPress is like the only well-designed part of it. How dynamic it is you have a generic object store, and then you can create any type of object you want out of that. And that's analogous to programming or game development. Alright, so let's see here. Oh. I should have been casted now. What's that? We'll pop it in as a fix, but that means we also need to expect backend to be out for it.
What would happen if 1 million people joined the live? Would the view zoom out and show 1 million characters?
That's a great question. The cool thing about this is it's literally an experiment. You're a part of it just as much as I am and seeing it. The more people we get in here, the more interesting it could be. That's the main thing. So there's a couple of things that would kick in. So say like, I don't know, 100 people came on here and there was, I don't know, like something else flashed in. Let me mute it for a second. Say 100 people came in here and it filled up like every tile, then it would start timing out other people that hadn't talked recently. So they'd start fading out like a ghost. And then the more spaces needed, the quicker it would time out. So that's one thing. But I like your idea of kind of having it zoom out and just continue to fill up, because that would be like bloody cool to see. So that might actually be something I want to code. Honestly, we could easily support like individual characters on screen, We could support hundreds. So that's that. And I've tested it with thousands. If they're not walking about, technically they don't take that much to render. We're not animating them all about the screen. The cool thing though is it wouldn't crash the system because YouTube, Twitch and all the live streaming services we're going out to and integrated with, they handle actually distributing the video. They handle processing the chats. I get to decide when I process the chats, but yeah, it's only recently that I've been able to really see the system get put into use. The only thing I can say, if you want to help, of course, you want to help see that happen, like the video. If you see me go on lives, share it. So even if you click share and don't send link to anyone, YouTube sees that as a share action. They don't know if you actually sent it to someone, but they're like, hey, this was worth someone's time enough that they want to send it. I mean, I think even if we got 100 people in here, it could be fun. So yeah, guys, the ones that are just listening, make sure you subscribe. Not only does that help that possibly happen, but you'll see it when it does. And I can tell you from doing this streaming thing for like the last 6 months to now, when I started there was literally no one, and like one person would come in and then I'd like talk, you know, try to communicate like what I'm working on, and then they'd just drop off. And it was so funny this happening. I kept doing it, and you'll see my early streams are just called Coding into the Void. I mean, I couldn't even feel too bad because this is how I coded like for my entire life. It's just like alone in a room, and you know, sometimes go in forums, message other programmers with my friends, and like, you know, share and exchange what we're working on. But when people actually started hanging around to watch the videos and then started talking, and then almost like using it like when they seen it as like, oh duh, this, of course this would work this way. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe there is something here. So, and that's where we're at today. Let's pop that in here. Create a new record in MongoDB. Might have to convert this to JSON first, but we could just do that in browser if we want to be lazy. Yeah, so see, if you want to be lazy here, right? And yeah, you could just Google JSON stringify, but you could just do this in the bloody browser right here. Open up your inspector and just do JSON stringify, post in your object. So I'm going to set it because this is JSX. This would have to be in quotations to make that work, but that's fine. You can embed, like, this is essentially JSX. It's like JavaScript plus React. So that's what this is right here. We're not able to include that, so I'm actually have to change that out and build like a little renderer. So let me see how I want to do that. Some of this. Here we add a function for now. Pass in the name of the icon. And we'll return it dynamically so we can render this. Let's do FA. So pass in a name. Yeah. Change this out to just be like YouTube. instead of actually containing the icon in our object here, we'll pop it in a string as a name. That way we can just pop it in the database collection and make it dynamic. Where did this TikTok one come from? I want to hit save yet because that'll clear out the imports automatically. Then what I showed you will work because it's no longer JSX. What is that handle though? Email. For you folks, I'm sure you already know, if you're a coder, but font, one of the things when you're building a site, building a game or app, you want icons. Make buttons look better. Font awesome contains a ton of them. It doesn't matter if you're using like Angular, React, whatever the hell. You can go ahead and load this in. What I'm looking for is this guy, external link square. You can see it's not camel case here, it's okay. Before we pop this in our collection, let's go up here where we actually render it. That's it. We're gonna make it populate the link that it needs. The icon, sorry. So it's down here, that's where the icon's loaded. Get icon. That's in the icon, which is actually just the name of the icon now. Set everything up. Nope, fix that. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm still testing up a YouTube bot that I want to create. We wanted it to open up the CodeLoch screen. And post it. Let's add a menu item too. You should be able to trigger this in game. We'll do that real quick. Easier to test it. Okay, pop it right here for now. Nice thing about the Kynto event bus system is you can have any part of the system basically invoke another part. I made building out peer-to-peer functionality, the server driving things as well, and all the different integrations quite easy. We're going to introduce a new event right now. We'll call it Kynto UI show CodeLoch. And we're going to come back and actually refactor this and build like a window manager. So, your eyes peeled for an exciting one. Even though it says show, it show true as well, so we can have to hide it. Nope. This thing. We're not going to localize a domain name, are we? That would be silly. Okay, so now let's go back in there and actually listen to that event. So we can get rid of all this. Okay. We can tie in right here. So on. Ideally, you'd want to put this in an enum, but as a build, I like to build as fast as I can and then get it working and then come back and then tidy it up. So UI. Originally, moving from the classes in React to the functional methodology kind of bothered me. I did have a bunch of code written at that point, but way less buggy, and the user effect is so much cleaner. Like having your application or the user interface like react to changes in state, no matter where they come from. So I can just extract as simple as this. Cool, that worked without real need to. So as you see here, I just added a new entry right here for CodeLoch. So we can test this easier while I'm working on it. Once again, it's where you can see all the different streams. Twitch doesn't work on local, it does work on the production. We can see here the weird quirk. You guys get into coding or already coding, understand the differences in environment and how large they can be. So it looks like our icon render isn't working. Let's go ahead and look. I don't remember where I did it. Is it in the menu? It's called an icon. They'll need to. Why just building up a map, but we might have to. This. Just put it in. Fine. What? Bad. And it's still loading. What we'll do is build it here and move it into a different. It's only trigger this logic, the name is different. Ooh, some suspense. Works nicely. We'll come back and more optimizations. Folks, make sure you subscribe. Hit that late point, I'm not going to repeat. All back, right, loading here. Good. Was. Videos are getting somehow. Alright, let's try this real quick. So we call dynamic if icon and pass the name as a property. See what happens. To go up here and modify this. That's the name. Regular. Right. Driving skills. Sure, I missed your comment. It would be cool if every time someone sends a comment, their character raises their hand. That way you can more easily see which one of the characters is you. So that's cool you brought that up. So I want you to type in the chat, who am I, all lowercase. See if that works. There you go. But I could make it jump. Even when just someone talks, like, so you don't have to type that. I think that's a good idea. We do need a way to like identify easier. Let me see. We could do that now. I would go over here. have logic that's shared between all the different live chat integrations. And you'll see that's coded whoami. What we're going to do is we're going to make that trigger the same jumping when you actually talk. So let's see. I think we could do this without a server update too. So I might just have to reload. We could try it. Okay, so I want to go to. We've got two places we could have it. We could have the app trigger it, or we could have the client trigger it. Let's do here. It's a good idea. First off, let's see. We should trigger the jump. Avatar? Okay, so it's a move user event. We're gonna go ahead and set this up right now. Hop into a React layer. We won't only make it activate for TTS. Oh, let's see. This part of the application is going to be refactored soon. That's for damn sure. Let's have a quick look here. The ID for the avatar. Be in the data. So the cool thing. This is a cool thing about the way that Kynto's coded, how everything's like tied into the event system. I could just do Kynto.event move user. So this is a function that's called, or an event handler is called whenever someone chats in Kynto. What we're going to make it do is we're going to make it invoke a jump. So what we need to do that, we need to pass in avatar ID. We're just going to assume that is defined, it should be. Pass in the username, so if the ID is not defined, fall back to that. So we'll make ID optional. And then we want the action, whereas it is jumping, let's see. I didn't make my mind up between ID or UID. But that's all we need. Let's quickly test this in local. We're gonna get a bunch of errors. It's fine. Alright. Chat. It's down here. And it didn't jump. Let's investigate what's going on. Different data complete. Hop into the game layer, because this is also, we've got the React layer, which actually, renders the whole UI, the whole chat screen is showed you there, but the avatars and chat bubble are controlled in here. So let's see. We're sending an ID. Sending an username. I think we have the ESLN back. This is a user inspector. Looks like it's just fine. It's a jump. That's unacceptable. No, it's jumping. Oh, we didn't pass the jumping. We've got to set jumping to true. That's what happens at 4:15 AM, guys. Alright. Let me just enable P2P chat real quick. You do that in here. So the AI doesn't respond. There you go. So I'm gonna quickly release this. Good idea, Christian. So I don't have a wave animation, although that'd be great to have. Whenever someone messages now, this will happen. You'll jump. So you've got a little glowing thing and you jump. Let's go ahead and release that. Hopefully I don't have any changes to go out in app.js. I've got a lot of changes to development that push out. We didn't need usernames, we'll skip that. We're just doing a pull request. This is all we're doing here to change. To make the avatar jump in some comments so we don't know who they are. Make users avatar jump when first chat. This pushes it up into the release branch. Then I'm going to go over into Jenkins, trigger the build pipeline. Runs on a local server right here. Right. And at the top of the AC that I have over there. Then I go into the UI layer of the project, and I click build now. And we're on build 441. This automation hasn't always existed. I did this because it made releasing updates so much easier. You can kind of see the steps it has to do. It builds it, installs all the needed dependencies, cleans everything up, and it populates the necessary directories, copies everything over, deletes the env that's in there, copies a new one, and archives it, basically tars it up, and then SFTP up to the server, and then essentially that hot reloads it. So give that a wee second here and we'll give it a test. And then once we're done there, that'll be me. So I'll go ahead and drop the Discord link in the chat. Remind you guys to make sure you're subscribed, and I'll explain to you how. With anything there. This is what I wanted to achieve tonight, was having the bot do this for me, but still get to respond to some feedback live, and I think that's the fun part here anyway. It usually takes about a minute to complete. It took 2 minutes there, but that's just done. So I'm going to go ahead and reload. As you'll see, all I can do is just literally a web page. But double reload just for good measure. Full screen again. You can actually go full screen right from the web page. Nice. Alright, give it a try now. I'll give it a go in mine and There you go. Oh, it's the TTS didn't do that. Oh no, I had TTS muted this whole time. No wonder I didn't hear your idea about it. What the hell? Forgot to unmute. That's why I need this TTS keyword stuff done.
Testing it of avatar who just spoke.
Yeah, sweet. That works.
Snappo says plus 60 new likes.
It's supposed to be 6. Very generous. Alright, let's take stock where we're at. We do have the bot posting on on videos, which I have absolutely no use for. But I did confirm that OAuth was working as supposed to. The problem was, oh look, that's in production. That's why I got excited.
One new subscriber.
I think that's great for wrapping it up, guys. Appreciate getting on tonight, and I will be back here tomorrow, hopefully a bit earlier. We've seen 1 or 2 regulars hopping tonight. Christian, appreciate you stopping by. And Preston stopped in for a moment. Hopefully we catch more of them tomorrow. We did okay tonight. That's it, guys. I'm gonna shut this down. Make sure you hit the Discord, and that's it. I'll show you the process though. I do have to disable the live chat connection for YouTube so it doesn't continue hitting the server when I log off. If I had it open, it would just be much easier. Here's all the avatars right that we had tonight. God, maybe I'll look at this and what, do something else. I'm shutting it down. Alright, open up YouTube, wait a second for the next poll update, and I click stop polling. All those avatars disappear. Let's go do the same for Twitch. Remove those ones. That's it.